This training today is to give you an overview of how CDOT will use Adobe Sign to electronically sign documents and electronically seal record sets. Adobe Sign is not the only e-signature software on the market, but it's the one CDOT has chosen to use for documents and record sets, and the one this training will demonstrate. Adobe Sign is one of the preeminent e-signature applications used in the world today. At CDOT, we typically use it for a number of different types of documents and specifically with record sets. This training today will give you an overview of how Adobe Sign works and in particular, how you would use it to seal a record set. So I'm going to sign in to Adobe Sign now, and the landing page is the basic user interface. When you log into Adobe Sign, this is the landing page. So up in the bar, you'll see Home, Send, Manage, and Reports. So let's click through those and so you can see what's available at each one of these tabs. If you select the Home button, you won't spend much time here. You'll see graphics that are automatically done based on the analytics that the system captures as you sign things, send them out, and get them returned. The Reports function, you can create reports here to monitor your activities. You can see that I don't have very much established at this point. Manage is the view where you do just that. It's an accounting of everything that's done. You see the documents that are waiting for you to sign. In this case, I have 0. The ones that are in draft form, the ones that are out for signature, the documents that have been signed, and you also have some library templates. And in this case, I don't have but one template that's a library template. You won't spend much time here, but this is where the results of your work are recorded. 95% of your time will be spent in the send environment. So it's a two-step process to send a document. You have a first step where you enter email addresses, right here, in the order that you want people to sign or seal a document. The order that is specified here is the order in which you assign where someone signs or where they seal. Under the agreement, this is where when you drag and drop a file, an agreement name will automatically populate. This is a standard message that's for a record set. There are message templates available at this location. If you click the caret, you can see you have a record set message template and a general documents template. And this is the place that shows what is stated on each template. And a place where you drag and drop your files. So this is all part of an automated email workflow that you're setting up. Now, Adobe Sign has the ability to set reminders for any document you send out. You can set the reminder to occur. If you click the drop down, you can see what your choices are to send out reminders. It will keep the document at the top of someone's email list so they can't forget it or lose it in a big email stream. So now we're going to sign a very simple document. Eric Ripplinger of the Regis Company, which is a CDOT training partner, is with us today, and he's going to be the recipient or the signer of the document that I'm going to prepare. Later on, he will be the signer or recipient to seal a record set so that you can see how that works. One tip that you'll find helpful is a keystroke combination that you'll want to remember. On your computer keyboard, select the Windows, which looks like this in the lower left-hand corner. So on your keyboard, select the Windows key and the right arrow. When you do that, it will split your screen. I'm going to go and find the documents that we're going to be using for our demo today. So I am going to select CDOT Form 90, which is the change order form. I'm going to drag it and drop it. I'm going to then close this window out and enlarge this again. Okay. So now I have dragged and dropped the form that I'm going to use in the demo. And you can see when I did that, then the agreement name populated to the name of the file that I dragged and dropped. You can also use the browse function, but most people would rather drag and drop a file. The document that I have here is a PDF, but it doesn't have to be a PDF. If it's an Excel file or a Word document, once we select Send as part of the transmission process to the cloud, it will convert the document from its native format into a PDF. So I've got a default name here, which was automatically put there when I dragged and dropped the file. But that default name doesn't make a lot of sense. So I'm going to change it to say, this is project 12345, which would be our sub-account normally. And the name of the file would be change order 1. Okay. I'm going to change my message template to be the general document template, which says please review and e-sign the following document. So I'm going to put the name of the document that we want them to review and sign. So I'm going to highlight this and select Control-C on my computer, move my cursor to after the message, and Control-V. So now that is part of the email that Eric is going to get. It's going to say, please review and e-seal the following document, 12345, change order number 1. Well, so now who's going to sign this? Well, I'm going to pretend that I am the contractor in this case, and I will sign it first. So my email is the first name that goes into this field. So I'm going to start typing my name. I input the letter C, and my name populates because the system recognizes me. Second signer will be Eric. So I start to type in Eric, and again, his name auto-populates, and I select him. Okay? So we've got the recipients, we've got the message, we've got the file. We're going to set a reminder, although Eric is on the computer today and he doesn't need a reminder. But we're going to say every business day, Eric is going to get a reminder until he begins to complete the document. So we're going to leave preview and add signature fields on checked. That will be our next step. And we're going to click hit next. And now the agreement is transferring to the cloud. And you have to wait until the system finishes processing the document. Now we're in the authoring environment, which is where you assign which tools to which people and where you want them to sign or date fields. So if that had been an Excel file that I had sent, that this is the part of the process where it is converted to a PDF. So now we're in the authoring environment. And here's the basic document, and Adobe Sign appears to be set up for an 8.5 by 11 document. If you need to make the document larger, you just hit the plus sign, and it fills the entire screen. If you're using a record set, which we'll do later, you'll find out that this black bar in the bottom is kind of in the way. We can make it go away by hitting the X, and it will come back as you hover around the slider bar. So it's not completely gone. We make the document a little larger so you can accurately place the signature fields. I'm going to scroll down now to where the signature fields will go. So the document I've selected is a change order form. Now we need to have some signatures and dates. Notice where it says recipients right here. There are the recipients that we input in our in the first environment that we were in. So first is me, next is Eric, and if you had more signers, then they would be listed below. So you're going to put in your signature fields in the order in which the recipients are. So I'm going to go down to sign info fields. I'm going to select the date, and I'm going to pull the date over to the field that I want it to be in. In this case, I'm going to pretend I'm the contractor. So I'm going to put the date field in the date block for the contractor. I'm going to adjust it so that it fits in the field. Once I do that, then I'm going to go to the signature field, and I'm going to select the signature field and pull it over to where it says contractor representative, because that's the role that I'm playing today. And I'm going to adjust it so that it fits better in that blank. Okay? So now my next signer was going to be Eric. Eric is playing the role of the local agency. And we're going to go back into the signer info field and pick out the things that we need him to sign. So we're going to need him to sign his title. And I'm going to adjust it to match the space available. I'm going to select the date field and do the same thing. Put it above the date line. I'm going to go and select the signature field now and pull signature over. And I'm going to adjust the size of that so that it fits in the area that we have available. And now you can see the color coding is green, dark green. That's what appears to me. And it matches the color that Eric is. When we put his date fields, title fields, and signature fields in, you'll notice what happened to the signature field and date field that were selected for contractor. Those grayed out, so you can no longer get to those while you're working with Eric's fields. Okay, so I'm done. So now I'm going to select sign, then send. When I hit send, that whole process is coordinated by an email engine that handles the workflow. When I click, I'm going to get an email from Adobe Sign in my inbox that notifies me that I have a document that needs to be signed. When I hit sign, it's on its way to the first recipient. Because I am in Adobe Sign at the moment, it is actually showing me the document, and I can sign it here, which I will do. This is very simple. When I hit start, it's asking me for a signature. There's the date field that's been filled in. When I click the box, my signature should fill in, Kathy Cole. And I'm going to click apply. And there you see my name in that location. I'm going to click to sign. And the document is on its way to Eric for signature.
So now I've received an email from Kathy. And when I open that, it has the message that she showed you earlier. Please review and e-sign the document. And all I have to do is click the button on the email. That opens the document in my browser. Click the start button. The start tab will take me down to the fields that I need to sign. I don't have a signature predefined, so I'm going to go ahead and choose the type option. I'll apply that. I guess my title for today is Local Agency Representative. And as Kathy noted, the date's already filled in. I click the sign button, processes the document, returns it to Kathy.
So my email is running slow, so I can't go to my inbox and show you what which has happened, but Adobe Sign will message you or email me along the process. So I would get an email saying that the document has been sent to me for signature. I sign it. Then an email that says the document was sent to Eric for signatures. An email message that says he signed it. And the last email is a notification to everyone that was on the email distribution. You're notified that the document is complete. It's executed and you can download a copy. So I'm going to go back to the Manage Environment, the Manage Interface. Notice that there's nothing waiting for me to sign. And I go to the Signed tab, and there's the document 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, change order number 1. When I click on that document, notice here on the right rail there's some options. I'm going to select View and make it larger so that people can see. I'm going to scroll down, and there you can see that my signature is the contractor has been signed, and so has Eric. Okay, so let's go back to the Manage Environment, and let's look at some of the other items on this view over here on the right rail. So you can view it like we just viewed. If you wanted to share this document, you could click on Share and cut and paste someone's email into here, along with a message to the person that you wanted to share this with. The next tab is Protect. Then Remind, where you can set reminders, like we sent reminders before, set reminders before. The History tab is very important. It's probably the most important feature that you'll want to know. You'll notice on the left all of the actions that took place. Down to the email addresses, the time that things were opened and signed. So you can see my document was created. The document was e-signed. It was then sent to Eric for signature. It was viewed by Eric and then signed by Eric. And at the bottom you can see the words completed. So this is known as an audit trail, and it will stand up in court. There's also an audit report right here. If you click on that, it provides a one-page PDF with this printable format. Every document gets the audit trail. This provides authentication that something was done. The sender, the person who prepares the document, will have this audit page in their Manage Environment. It's a real handy feature. So let's say we send out a document. The audit trail will show if the document was opened, even if there was no action taken. So someone can't claim they weren't informed. It's important to know that this History tab is there and what it provides. Also, you can print this, you can enlarge it, and you can PDF it. So this completes our demonstration of how you would sign a project record.